Welcome. This is Lori from Lori Late Night at syndicatednews.net. Those of us who live alone benefit from certain freedoms. Freedoms that we do not have to explain to anyone because they don't live with us. I don't have to acknowledge the weird looks I might get if I described showering cold beneath the garden hose in my backyard. This saves me from having to clean my shower, and recent studies have shown it speeds the metabolism, especially in the winter. Nor do I have to hide from judging eyes because I might traipse about my house unencumbered with clothing. This saves me from excessive air conditioning costs, keeps me from feeling sticky, and I have less laundry. I had an infestation recently from those tiny moths that enter into our homes by way of cereals and other grain. Mine sneaked in through the birds' food. So what does that have to do with living alone? I'm trying to explain how our behaviors make perfect sense to us who live alone, but is considered strange to everyone else. When I told my son how I get up in the dark of night, armed with my vacuum cleaner, flip on a light, and suck up those little Indian meal moths who in their nocturnal surprise have taken flight, he shakes his head and says he worries I am turning into one of those old ladies he sees on the news who live alone with 100 cats. I have to wonder, though, if my lifestyle puts me in danger to myself. You must be familiar with psyllium husks, yes? That dietary supplemental fiber that turns into a gelatinous mess when wet. I cannot stand to clean the residual gel in my glass. It doesn't rinse off, and it gets caught up in my sponge. After several attempts, I have perfected the method which works for me. Holding my breath, I place a heaping spoonful of dry psyllium husk into my mouth. Carefully sip juice in small increments until it is wet enough to swallow. This can be tricky because the psyllium swells as it gets wet. Then I swallow, sip, and that's that. I thought just this morning, though, how with one miscalculated breath I could suck it up dry and choke to death, or if I swallow before it's wet enough. Wow, death by psyllium. Just the random thoughts of one who lives alone. As always, your thoughts and ideas are welcomed. Email me at lorilatenight@gmail.com. This is Lori from syndicatednews.net, wishing you a good night.